I'm Stitch. I'm 8 years old. My favorite Toy Story character is Buzz Lightyear.
Hi, I'm Sparrow. I'm 10 years old, and my favorite Toy Story character is Mr. Potato Head.
And I'm Tony, their Disney dad. And my favorite Toy Story character is Bullseye the horse. Bullseye. Welcome to Disney Discussions.
Aloha!
Welcome.
Aloha.
Welcome to episode 27 of Disney Discussions. Disney Discussions is the family-friendly podcast where me, Tony the Disney dad, and my two boys,
Sparrow,
Stitch,
talk about all things Disney. This week, we got a lot of news. We got the main topic, which is us doing an Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios Bracketology. We got the Walt Disney World tip and trick, and the Disney Media Pick of the Week.
Media Pick of the Week.
Welcome to Disney Discussion.
Aloha.
All right. So, this is episode 27. We've been doing 27 episodes. That's pretty cool, huh? Also, we had a couple weeks off. We've been very busy.
Yes.
And it's probably the next couple weeks going to be busy too. So we'll try and put a podcast out as much as we can, but it looks like it's going to be every other week.
Yeah.
For the next couple weeks. But we'll do our best. Before we get into the news, I want to talk about you guys did a presentation at Take Your Child to Work Day. What did you do it on?
Bring your child to work.
Right.
So we did
How to make a podcast.
That's right. You guys did a great job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Fantastic. We also saw Avengers Infinity War. Well, two of us
two
did.
of us.
Stitch did not. There'll be a podcast about our thoughts coming up. I'm not sure if it'll be before this
Or
episode or after, but just look for it. You may have already listened to it, or you may listen to it soon. Who can tell?
knows?
I don't think it came out.
Well, that's up to me, but I haven't decided yet. We're recording these like back to back, so I don't know. So, anything else you guys want to talk about before we get into the news?
No.
All right. Now, time
Oh, I
for...
know.
Oh, go ahead.
So, we had a piano recital, and since I played really good, I got the Hulkbuster Smash Up Infinity War set and the Thanos and Iron Man Brickhead.
Yeah, all Legos, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I got a Captain America Infinity War action figure, Marvel Legends, and I also got the Han Solo and Chewbacca Brickhead from Solo.
Oh, and by the way, Hulkbuster Smash Up, the set comes with the Soul Stone.
Very cool.
Cool.
Awesome. So those are cool sets. We like the Brickheads. They're kind of like the Funko Pops, but in Lego
Lego.
version.
Yeah.
Smaller. They're pretty cool. All right. You guys ready for the news now?
Yep.
The news.
All right. We'll get into media news first. Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer was released. Looks really good. What did you guys think of this?
It looks really good and funny.
Yeah. You got it.
Because the guy was in the car, and then this wasp was driving it, and they shrunk, and Ant-Man wasn't in the car, and he's like, I don't want to die. The guy was like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
And they were
And then
pretty
just-
filing.
And then they just flipped the other car open.
Because they shrunk and then they grew. Yeah.
Then Ant-Man flew into the car, and he's like, what did I miss? And the guy's like, I'm not dead.
Yeah, it looks really good. Looks really funny. They got everybody back from the original movie. You got a good look at the villain,
Yes.
Ghost. She looks pretty cool. She could phase through walls and stuff.
So kind of like Vision, basically.
It's similar, I guess, similar to Vision. Yeah.
You saw her like just a girl, and then like her hands started getting like glitchy.
Yeah. It almost looked like Penelope's glitches in
Yeah.
in Wreck-It
I
Ralph.
think
Yeah.
she accidentally.
Maybe.
It's something
into
with the
Ghost.
quantum realm.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's related to the quantum realm. So check that out. What the links are in the show
Isn't
notes
the
as always.
quantum realm in Doctor Strange?
They kind of reference it, yeah. All right. Peter Pan lands on digital and Blu-ray this summer. So fans of Peter Pan can pre-order the film now through Disney. And it will come out on digital May 29th and on Blu-ray on June 5th. So this is to celebrate the 65th anniversary of the film. And
Okay,
it's part
I'm
of the... part of the...
Well, that-
Oh, yeah. No, it's been released before. Not on... I don't know about on Blu-ray and digital. But it's been released on DVD before.
this is its first time being released.
This is part of the Walt Disney Signature Collection. And the other movies, Lady and the Tramp was the most recent one. Snow White, Bambi, Lion King, and Pinocchio have come out in that series.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. We got the first... Yeah, we got the first look at the live-action Dumbo logo and what Dumbo is going to look like. So there was a Cinefest a convention in Las Vegas about new movies coming out, and they gave it the first look. So this is kind of a live action, not a remake of Dumbo.
No,
So this takes place right after the first movie in the same time period, but they give a look at what Dumbo's going to look like. So kind of a more realistic Dumbo looking,
but not
totally realistic. His eyes are still kind of cartoony. So we'll see.
And
I don't know.
his ears look a little cartoony too.
You think so?
He has huge ears.
Yeah.
Elephants don't have that.
No,
Big of
but that's the point of Dumbo, right? Because he
Dumbo.
had such big ears.
Odd ears.
He could fly, yeah. So be on the lookout for that. All right, so Star Wars announced a new TV show. This is the cartoon to follow up Rebels called Star Wars Resistance. And it's going to come out this fall.
Is it a cartoon?
It is a cartoon,
Okay.
yeah. Lucasfilm announced on StarWars.com that an all-new TV show is coming this fall. The animated show is called Star Wars Resistance and will debut on the Disney Channel and then move over to Disney XD. So this high-flying adventure will take place in the time period between Force Awakens. Oh, sorry, not between. So this...
Takes place before Force Awakens.
Right. Yeah, my mistake.
Between 6 and 7.
Right, exactly. So closer to 7, closer to Force Awakens, but right before it. It'll feature fan favorites like Poe Dameron, Captain Phasma, and BB-8. And Poe Dameron and Captain Phasma will be voiced by the actual actors that were them in the movies. That's pretty cool. Yep. So Dave Filoni is behind this, who did Clone Wars and Rebels, which is good. And a lot of people behind those two shows. So this is coming out in the fall. You guys excited about this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. It's going to be more of an anime kind of style. So I guess like Pokemon-ish kind of style, which I'm not a big fan of, but it could still be cool. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the Pokemon, like, sometimes it just gets weird, like the
Their faces look weird and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll watch it. We'll let you guys know when it comes out, when there's a set date, and what we think of it.
Pokemon show was a while ago, so.
Yeah. Disney has invented a jacket that allows you to feel physical experiences in virtual reality.
How much does it cost?
They didn't give a price because I don't know if they're looking to sell this,
Oh, man.
but they're looking to use this. So Disney Research, along with MIT and Carnegie Mellon, has invented a jacket that allows you to feel physical experiences while in virtual reality. This is a huge step forward in VR technology and makes it seem like Disney is looking at VR to be the newest ride technology at their theme parks. So the Force jacket weighs about 5 pounds, so not too bad.
No.
Has 26 different airbags that inflate or deflate, help the experience what the user is seeing while they're wearing the VR headset. Software controls the airbag in the front, back, arms, and sides to make the user feel exactly what they're seeing. So that's pretty neat. They have something like this in the Void. They have the VR experience in Disney Springs that you could go, and I think it just like if you get shot or hurt, like it just kind of vibrates. So this actually puts pressure on. So if like somebody grabs your arm, it'll actually feel like somebody's grabbing your arm,
Oh, that'll be
which
cool.
is pretty neat. So I don't know if they'll use this in the theme parks because there's always a problem with virtual reality in the theme parks where you don't get a lot of people to go on the ride at the same time. It's like a small number of people. And Disney's always looking for a high-capacity ride since they have...
Cool.
Yeah.
Say someone stepped on you in virtual reality, it'd feel like you got squashed.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. Disney has announced all film release dates for 2018 and 2019.
Right. So some of these we knew.
Yeah.
Solo's coming out May 25th. Incredibles June 15th. Ant-Man and the Wasp July 6th. We got Christopher Robin coming August 3rd this year. Nutcracker and the Four Realms.
That looks good.
November 2nd. Yeah, we saw a little trailer of that, right?
Yeah.
Ralph Breaks the Internet, November 21st. Mary Poppins on Christmas Day, December 25th. And this is where some of the dates get filled in for next year, 2019. We got Captain Marvel, March 9th. Yep. Dumbo, March 29th, that we talked about earlier. Penguins, which is their nature film, all about penguins, comes out April 19th. Avengers 4, which is still entitled, comes out May 3rd. The live-action Aladdin comes out May 24th. Toy Story 4 comes out June 21st. Lion King, there's no date for that, but it's just July 2019 right now. Artemis Fowl, which is August 19th. I'm not sure what that is. I know it's a kid's book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it's about. Frozen 2 is November 27th, 2019. And then Star Wars Episode 9, December.
the last episode.
Yep, December 19th, 2019.
Not the last episode. The last episode in the
Skywalker Saga.
Skywalker Saga and
Yeah.
John Williams' last episode.
That's right. That's right. So, big deal right there.
Goodbye,
so
John
there's
Williams.
so there's your next 2 years of Disney movies, all 18 films, including Avengers Infinity War coming out over the next 2 years.
And I'm only going to see Frozen 2 because of Olaf.
Olaf, yeah, he's the best part, right? All right.
In the summer.
Disney has announced that they'll embark its first foray into podcasting this year.
What does that mean?
It means they're going to make their own podcast.
So the official Disney podcast?
Yeah, during its New Front presentation in New York City, the entertainment giant has announced that the Disney Digital Network will release at least one podcast this year. Disney Backstage, which is what it's going to be called, will offer a behind-the-scenes look at some of the most popular animated Disney movies from the 90s. Representatives from Star Wars and Marvel also commented that they have plans for branded podcasts, too. So Marvel already has some podcasts about comic books that are coming out and stuff. There's also a Wolverine podcast that I think you can only get on Stitcher. But this is pretty cool. I mean, that seems pretty cool. They're going to do some behind-the-scenes stuff about some of the animated movies.
Yeah.
So we got some competition.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if Disney's actually doing it, then we're going to be squashed.
No, people still want to listen to us.
Sure.
I hope. Right? Right?
I hope
Internet people, you'll still want to listen to us, right?
Our podcast didn't go down the tubes.
All right. You guys ready for Disneyland news?
Disneyland news.
All right. Disneyland After Dark announces a second Star Wars themed celebration on May 9th. So remember, they're going to do a special night
for Solo.
For I think right before Solo comes out. So yeah, they're doing another one since tickets sold out so quickly. So this, they do special events. Then they close the park down. You need a special ticket just to get in, and special Star Wars opportunities. So if you're interested in that, go to Disney's website, and that's on May 9th.
That would be cool.
Which may have already happened by the time you hear this. I'm not sure. They gave the first look for the new. Didn't. Well, as we record this, but when it comes out, it may have already happened. All right.
Yeah, because we're recording on May 6th.
Correct.
First look, new Incredicoaster train at Disney California Adventure Park.
That's right. So they released a picture, Disney, about what the cars are going to look like. So it looks pretty cool. It's got the Incredibles eye on it,
logo.
Right? Got the colors. Looks like it's got speakers right in the car with you.
Yeah, like next to you.
Yeah. So they say
there's going to be like some...
Also like behind.
Yeah, so you're going to hear music while it plays. Yep.
I think it's going to be like one of those video things. There's going to be a projection of something.
You think so?
Inside with it.
There are some tunnels that you go through, and I know there's talks about maybe some like figures or scenes going on.
Yeah.
But I wonder, maybe they will do projections onto like the tunnel walls as you go through. Yeah.
Well, you said it's going to show clips of the movie.
It might.
I don't know if it's the movie specifically, but it might be like a story. So the Incredicoaster will glide through Pixar Pier on steel tracks that cover a distance of almost 1 1/8 mile. The longest and fastest roller coaster at a Disneyland resort.
Cool.
At the Disneyland resort. The attraction will feature a super combination of character figures, lighting, music, and special effects, bringing all the action of the Incredibles to life. So there you go. So they're definitely going to have like character figures. I don't know if they'll be animatronics, but there'll be character figures, lighting, music, and special effects. Could mean projections too. We'll have to wait and see. But the car itself looks pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a bumper car, actually. Like
a little bit.
Specially designed bumper car.
Yeah, well, you're just seeing one. These are going to be all lined up together.
Yeah, but one, it looks like a bumper. Pixar Pals meet and greet added to it as a part of Pixar Fest at Disney California Adventure.
Right, so Pixar Fest is currently going on at Disneyland throughout the summer, but they've added some meet and greets at the Paradise Gardens area in Disneyland.
Cool.
Yeah, so they have some statues of the Coco figures, which I say look really nice, and you get some good photos. But they also have characters coming in and out. So there's Pixar Pal duos changed throughout the day. So time your visit wisely and ask cast members for when they're going to switch characters. But right now, people have seen Mike and Sully together from Monsters Inc., Buzz and Woody from Toy Story, Buzz and Jessie from Toy Story. They've also had Russell and Doug from Up, and Flick and Princess Ada from Bug's Life. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool, man.
So I thought this was neat. The Redhead character is coming to Disneyland Park for a new meet and greet this summer, and the Redhead is the Redhead pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean.
That got taken away for some weird reason.
No, they made her into a pirate. There used to be a Redhead that the pirates are kind of capturing. But now they made her into a pirate. So this is actually going to happen pretty soon after they make that switch in Disneyland. So the girl pirate, Redhead pirate, is going to walk around as a meet and greet character, which I thought was pretty cool. You could meet Captain Jack and meet her.
Can't really meet Captain Jack Sparrow.
He's not a meet and greet. I guess he just in Disney World it's a stage show. Yeah, you might be able to meet him at Disneyland. I'm not sure.
Well,
So
if we can, I wish you would come to Disneyland.
So they say the infamous swashbuckling pirate known as Red, R-E-D-D, so I guess that's her name, is stepping out of the Caribbean and going on an adventure in Disneyland parks. Red will be strolling around New Orleans Square, meeting with guests and telling tales of her adventures. Guests will also be able to see her in the iconic Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. So it's just kind of promoting people to go there. So that's pretty cool.
We just wanted to remind you where to find us. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify. Search for Disney Discussion and our website, www.disneydiscussions.com. Email us at podcastdisneydiscussions.com.
Podcast at disneydiscussions.com. Yep.
At disneydiscussions.com. We are on social media at Twitter at Disney Discussions.
Disney_discuss.
Disney_discuss.
Yep.
Instagram, Disney_discuss. Facebook, Disney Discussions. YouTube for this podcast and Sparrow and Stitch unboxing videos.
That's right. Very good. Good job. So yeah, but mainly you go to our website, disneydiscussions.com, and you'll find show notes, links to everything right there. Thank you very much. All right, now on for the Walt Disney World news.
Yay!
So I'm sure most of you have seen already. They announced that free dining offer is now available for 2018. So what this is Disney during certain times of the year, mainly in the fall and a little bit into the winter, will give free dining based on where you're staying. So you have to book by July 7th, and the dates are between August 20th to September 29th, and then most of October is out of it, and then November 24th to November 27th, and December 7th through December 23rd, you get free dining. So if you stay at a value resort, which is like the All-Star and Pop Century, you get a free quick serve dining plan, which is 2 quick serves and a snack.
Oh, cool.
If you stay at a moderate, like Coronado Springs or Caribbean Beach, you get the regular dining plan, which is a quick serve, a table service, and a snack.
Okay.
Yep. So pretty cool. So free dining, hey, it's free food. Some people say if you pay for the dining plan, it doesn't always pay. Like sometimes you spend more on the dining plan than the actual food you eat. But if you get it for free, you might as well try it.
Hey, it's free food.
That's right. But also,
I eat free food every day.
Just order free food.
Yep. But also, they have announced their Enchanted escape room offers, which are discounts between 10 to 30% off your room. So what you should look at both of these and see which one saves you more money, either the free dining or the savings on a room. Sometimes the savings on a room is a better deal.
Yes.
So just look at that. A lot of stuff came out about Toy Story Land. They showed some videos, I think, on like Good Morning America, and one of those is
Woody is installed at the entrance of Toy Story Land in Disney's Hollywood Studios.
That's right. So standing nearly 20 feet tall, Woody leans on the Toy Story Land entrance marquee. Yep.
Feet.
Yep. Woody is tipping his hat, which measures 7 feet from brim to brim, next to the marquee, which is made out of blocks, and a 4-foot tall yo-yo.
4-foot tall yo-yo? That's the world's biggest yo-yo. Wait, 4 feet?
If it's probably not a real working yo-yo. Yep. Also, they
7 feet long hat for 20 feet long.
Woody, yeah, crazy.
That means his head must be like 7 feet long or wide.
It depends what the inside of the hat is. But yeah. Also, we saw a video of the Wheezy animatronic.
Yes.
So at the end of the Slinky Dog coaster, there's a Wheezy animatronic singing "You've Got a Friend in Me," and it looked actually pretty cool.
And he's standing on this platform, and there are 3 blocks, and they spell out fun.
That's right.
If you
You got a friend in me.
Yep. Also, they gave
And he actually blinks his eyes
yeah
and
moves around. It looks really good, right?
The microphone. You got and his mouth moves up and down.
That's right. And they also released some on-ride footage of the Slinky Dog roller coaster, which looks pretty cool. So people are saying it's going to be a short ride, though. It's going to be kind of like Goofy's Barnstormer. It's maybe like a minute long, not very long, but they say it looks like a good ride. So all that opens on June 30th in Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Cool.
So be on the lookout for that.
Pandora rides remain closed for multiple days at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, so they
Why
had some.
is that?
They had some issues a couple weeks ago, April 25th. That was a major day for Animal Kingdom's Avatar. So since both rides, Navi River Journey and Flight of Passage, are in the same building, sometimes when one closes, they both close, and that's what they happened. They were down for the 24th, the 25th, and I think even the 26th. So they had some issues. Looks like it's all solved right now.
Okay.
But just be aware, yeah, they could close down. It sounded like there were issues with like the fire alarm going off. There were no actual fires, but it looks like the fire alarms were going off. And when that happens, they have to get everybody out of the building just in case there is a fire for safety reasons. So that's not a good day since both rides in this new land and Animal Kingdom are out. That's not good.
No.
Walt Disney World's minivan service now available at all resorts. All-Star Resort added today.
Yep, so that's right. So a year after starting, Walt Disney World's minivan service is now in all resorts at Walt Disney World. So pretty cool. So for $25, you could go from your resort to one of the parks or another resort or Disney Springs. It uses the Lyft service, so that's pretty cool.
Bob Gurr confirms new monorails coming to Walt Disney World.
That's right. So we had that rumor last podcast. We mentioned that there was a rumor that new monorails were ordered.
Coming.
So this kind of confirms it. Bob Gurr is the Imagineer who worked on the original monorails at Walt Disney World, and he was giving a talk about the 1964 World's Fair, and he mentioned new monorails were ordered by Disney from the Bombardier Company, like we talked about. Cool. He also called the Mark 6 monorails, which are the current monorails, the duct tape monorails, since they're held together by duct tape.
They're held together by duct tape?
Well, I mean, that's what people joke about, but they're such poor shape that people joke they're just being held together by duct tape, yeah.
So these are going to be the Mach 7?
Yeah, I would guess so, yeah. Unless, it depends, because I think they go with Disneyland, too, so unless Disneyland has a Mach 7, then this will be a Mach 8. I'm not sure what the numbers are currently, yep. All right, so Disney does after hours sometimes, which means that...
Disney Incorporated after hours.
So what this means is, it's a special ticketed event. So when the parks close, you could stay afterwards and ride all the rides, and there's less people there. So these have been pretty popular. People have liked it. So it means less wait times for attractions throughout Magic Kingdom, like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Splash Mountain, and many more. With this ticket, you are allowed entry at 7 p.m. You're allowed entry at 7 p.m., so even before it closes. And it'll give you the chance to watch the fireworks before you make your way to attractions.
That's cool.
So there's a bunch of dates. Just go to our show notes. You'll see the link to see all this. But a lot of them, they go from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
1 a.m.
So you stay pretty late. If you buy them in advance, they're $119 each. If you purchase them the day of, they're $124.
Louis.
Yeah, but annual pass holders and Disney Vacation Club members get a discount for $89 per adult. So the tickets are actually more than a day ticket at Walt Disney World.
Oh, really?
But you get less crowds and you might be able to do more rides. So it's up to you.
And you don't even have to go just there. You could do like another park and then just go.
Well, you're still paying for that ticket. But like if that's the only thing you want to do, you don't have to pay for admission. You just buy that special ticket. Yeah, exactly right.
No, so there's after hours for every single park?
No, it's just Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like you could go to Hollywood Studios in the day.
Right.
And then do Magic Kingdom at night when there's less crowds.
Exactly right. All right, Disney has confirmed that the Night of Joy event that they had every year for a long time has been canceled. So what this was a Christian concert. So they would have like Toby Mac and Mercy Me come and do concerts.
Did they once have Toby Mac?
Yeah. But it was confirmed by the Orlando Sentinel, and Disney has said, yeah, last year was the last year for the event. So Night of Joy was a Christian music event. Like I said, it mostly took place in Magic Kingdom. However, it did a brief stint at Hollywood Studios and then went to the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex where it was for the last 2 years, but they're not doing it anymore. But
it's good because Great Adventure has it.
Yeah.
And we're closer to that than we are to Disney.
Right. But Mercy Me is playing the Eat to the Beat concert, which is the concerts they do during Food and Wine Festival. So Mercy Me will still be there this year.
I can only imagine.
And also, last bit of news here for Walt Disney World. It looks like Roadster Racer Goofy is coming to Hollywood Studios and Handy Manny is leaving.
Goodbye, Handy Mandy. I never really liked you.
Oh, yes, you did. You had Handy Manny toys. You used to watch the show all the
Cool,
time.
I don't like him now.
Well, not now, but
Bye-bye, Handy Mandy.
They don't even make that show anymore.
no, that's that's why they're getting rid of it.
They stopped like 5 years ago.
So Goofy will soon be appearing in Hollywood studios.
No, not Goofy. Roadster Racer Goofy.
If you would let me finish my sentence, I was going to say Goofy will soon be appearing in Hollywood studios as Roadster Racer Goofy.
Yeah,
And Handy Manning will be retiring his tool. So on May 13th, Goofy will be joining the Hollywood and Vine breakfast
May
meal.
13th?
Yep. We'll be going to Hollywood and Vine, replacing Handy Manny there.
Daddy.
Yes.
One day in a few years, someone's going to make a YouTube video, and it's going to be like, a long time ago, you just saw Handy Mandy drive out of with his car out of the tools and never came back.
All right, so that's it for our news. You guys ready for our main topic?
Main topic.
All right, so we got good feedback. We did a Magic Kingdom Bracketology a few months ago, and people really liked it. So we take all the rides in Magic Kingdom, and we voted. We put them in a March Madness kind of tournament and see which one we liked.
Oh,
And so now, this time, we're doing Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios together, because Hollywood Studios on its own really wouldn't have enough to do. So we're going to do Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, and both just celebrated their anniversaries. Animal Kingdom had their 20th anniversary, and Hollywood Studios just had its 29th anniversary of opening.
I just want to say something. This is
Sure.
my idea, so
It was.
give me all the credit.
Yep.
Give me all the
If you
credit.
like it,
Thank you.
Sparrow
Thank you
gets all the
very
credit. If you don't like it, then Stitch gets all the credit.
much. Okay.
I'm just
Why?
kidding. It's a joke.
Because you didn't think of it.
okay.
All right, so you guys ready to do
Give
this?
me all the credit if you
Start
don't
it.
like it.
All right, you guys ready?
You probably
Yeah.
will like it.
All
All
right,
give
so-
all the credit to Sparrow.
Okay. So these are random, in random order. So I just put a list of all the experiences that they have, and then we'll see what they do. So we put them
Okay,
up
yeah.
against each other, and they fight. All right? You guys ready?
Ding, ding.
All right. So, okay. First, we have Muppet Vision 3D versus Walt Disney World. Walt Disney Presents.
Okay,
What
remind
is
you
Walt?
what Walt Disney Presents is.
That's where you go through, and it has all the stuff about Walt Disney, how he started the Disney Company,
All right.
Disneyland, and then in the back they usually have a meet and greet. When we went, it was Moana. Now they have Star-Lord and Groot. You
Okay,
can meet
I'm
and greet.
going Walt Disney Presents.
You liked it better than Muppet Vision 3D?
You're going for Muppet Vision 3D.
No, I'm asking you. You
Yes.
like Walt Disney World Presents?
Muppet Vision 3D.
All right, Stitch says Muppet Vision
Bye.
3D.
No, Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World Presents?
Yeah.
Really?
Not
I really
Walt
like
Disney
that.
World.
I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Walt
Disney
Disney Presents. All right, I say Muppet Vision 3D, but it doesn't matter because it's 2 votes to 1. So Walt Disney Presents moves on. All right, so now we have Festival of the Lion King, which is the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom, versus, for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along.
Festival of the Lion King.
Festival of Lion King.
I agree. 3 votes for Festival of the Lion
It
King.
beats Frozen any day.
Moving on. We have Star Wars Launch Bay,
Wait,
which is...
If it
Good.
was all about Olaf, I would say that.
No, I'm still sorry.
So next up, we have Star Wars Launch Bay, which is the area with all the props, and you can meet Kylo Ren, Chewbacca, BB-8, or Kilimanjaro safaris in Animal
tough.
Kingdom.
That's
I'm gonna
tough.
go first this time.
Star Wars.
I'm gonna go first this time. Stitch, you're just going for Star Wars Launch Bay, better than the safari.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say safari. So Sparrow, you are the
Kilimanjaro
tiebreaker.
Safari.
All right, safari moves on.
Okay, I really like that. That was fun.
Yeah, I love Star Wars Launch Bay,
I know,
but honestly,
Kilimanjaro
I would
Safari is
rather do the
more fun.
safari.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Finding Nemo the musical up against Disney Junior live on stage.
Finding Nemo.
Disney Junior live on stage.
Oh, I'm going to be the tiebreaker here.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'm going to say Finding Nemo the musical.
Thank you. Anything beats Disney Junior.
All right.
Hey, I still like it, and I'm 8
I
years
know.
old.
Well, that's
Okay,
fine.
it's fine.
That's
It's
fine.
fine.
All right.
But
So next up,
Just the animatronic people are a little creepy.
they're not animatronics. They're actual puppets. There's people
Oh,
under the stage
they,
doing the
They
puppets.
look a little creepy.
All right. So we have Primeval Whirl, which is the...
Yeah, I know.
That's the one you said you really liked, which is the kind of the spinny dinosaur ride, versus the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular in
Indiana
Hollywood
Jones
Studios.
Stunt Spectacular.
All right, Sparrow says Indiana Jones. Primeval Whirl.
Primeval World.
This is a tough one. I am going to say Indiana Jones.
Yay!
I like Indiana
Dun,
Jones.
dun, 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 dun.
Sorry,
Dun,
bud.
dun, dun, dun.
All right, we have Beauty and the Beast live on stage versus the Rockin' Roller Coaster. Now, neither of you have done the Rockin' Roller Coaster, so you have to
I am gonna do
imagine
it.
yourself what you think.
Well,
I'm going rock and roller coaster.
if I like that test track part, that's my favorite part. I would probably like rock and roller coaster. I'll say rock and roller coaster.
I agree. It's all three for Rockin' Roller Coaster?
Yeah.
All right.
It's
I agree.
unanimous.
Very good.
I got it right this time.
Yeah, I can't say that word yet.
Unanimous.
All right, so we have Dinosaur, which neither of you really liked, and we have Toy Story Midway Mania.
Toy Story Midway Mania.
Toy Story Midway Mania.
I'm gonna have to agree. I like Dinosaur, but I think it's it needs to be upgraded a bit.
Yeah.
And I really like Toy Story Midway Mania, so that moves on. 3 votes for that.
I never saw anything. I just saw
your,
black.
your eyes were closed the whole time. That's why.
Because of the jump. Daddy, I did see a little red during the jump scare.
Yeah, you did.
Doom.
All right.
It even, Daddy,
Yeah.
it even jumped me with my eyes. I actually went.
Okay.
All right, so the last one in round 1 is Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which is kind of like a puppet laser show. I don't think we've ever done it. And the It's Tough to Be a Bug show in the Tree of Life at Animal
It's supposed to
Kingdom.
be a bug.
Yeah?
I like that one. It's funny.
It is good. It's funny. It's got good animatronics in it.
Those animatronics creep me out anytime, so
Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid.
All right, I understand. Actually,
But-
I think the first time we took you, Sparrow, it was not a good experience. You were a little baby. So it's okay. You would like it now, but you were a little baby. And I remember actually when me and Mommy went the first time without any kids, there was a kid behind us screaming because you feel bugs like crawling underneath you
Yeah.
sometimes, and they were screaming, and me and Mom were like, who would bring a kid on this? And then we brought you when we went. But I'm going to vote for It's Tough to Be a Bug as
you.
well, so that moves on. All right, so now on to round 2. We have Twilight Zone Tower of Terror versus our first
Walt Disney Presents.
round, Walt Disney Presents.
Tower of Terror.
Walt Disney Presents.
Okay, 1 vote for Walt Disney Presents.
Don't
One
ever
vote.
mention the first ride we mentioned in this. Don't
Tower of-
ever mention.
Tower of Terror.
No, don't mention it.
Well, I'm voting for the ride that shall not be named. So that moves
Don't
on.
like Voldemort. The ride that shall not be
Exactly.
named.
That ride moves on to round 3. All right, we got Star Tours versus the Festival of the Lion King.
Star Tours.
Star Tours.
Yep. No doubt about
It's
it.
unanimous.
Star Tours moves on.
Unanimous.
So now we have Avatar Flight of Passage, which we have never done, versus Kilimanjaro Safari.
So I'll let you go first, Dad.
This is I can't vote for a ride I haven't been on.
I know.
So I am
I know what it. I'm imagining. A Flight of Passage. It looks really good.
yeah, but I would imagine Flight of Passage would win this, but I can't vote for it because I've
Yeah,
never done
so-
it. So I'm going to vote
Kilimanjaro.
Safari.
I'm going Kilimanjaro.
So
Kilimanjaro.
let's say this: the 2 Avatar rides that are in here are not going to
Are
move
not
on,
gonna move
only
on.
because we haven't done
Haven't
them,
done
and this
them.
is our bracketology. You guys at home can do your own bracketology,
If you
and
wrote
if you've
the
wrote
Flight
it,
of Passage
vote
one.
for it, and I'm sure that would probably wind up winning. But right now, we just can't do it. So we're gonna vote for Safari to move on.
It's unanimous again.
It is.
Unanimous.
All right, so now we have the Wildlife Express chain in Animal Kingdom.
What's okay?
And Finding Nemo the musical. So that's
Remind me-
the Rafiki's train in the back that takes you to the animal place.
Did we ever do that?
I don't think we actually have. It's just a train ride.
We haven't done both.
So I'm going to do Finding Nemo the musical. I have done Finding Nemo the musical. I think you did when you were little.
No, the music.
Yeah.
I never done it.
So we'll vote for that.
I never.
I
done
didn't even vote.
What were you going to vote for?
Finding you.
Okay, there you go. So that moves on.
Unanimous.
All right, you can stop. You can stop saying that.
I like it. It's cool.
All right, so now we have Triceratops Spin, which is like the Dumbo ride, but Triceratops, versus the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Indiana
Indiana
Jones
Jones.
Stunt
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Right?
Spectacular. It's
Unanimous again.
No, it's just. It's the specular.
All right, so now we have. Here's the same problem: Navi River Journey, which we've never done, so we can't vote for, versus Rock and Roller Coaster. Anyway, I would think, honestly, from what I've heard from Navi River Journey, Rock and Roller Coaster would win that anyway. But
Really?
Yeah. because Navi River Journey is just a boat ride, it's cool to look at and
And
stuff.
it has
but-
an avatar that looks really creepy. It's just
yeah.
honya, 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 honya.
That was good. Maybe we should just have you in there, Stitch. All right, Rock and Roller Coaster
Maybe they
moves
should have
on.
him going in there. Honya, honya.
All right. Now we have Expedition Everest.
Roasters.
Expedition Everest versus Toy Story Midway Mania.
Toy
Expedition Everest.
Story.
Oh, I am going to be a tiebreaker here.
Don't fail me again.
You failed me those two times.
I love Toy Story Midway Mania. I really do. But I'm going to have to vote for Expedition Everest.
Thank you. It's the best ride in all of Animal Kingdom.
You failed me 3 times. I'm going to have to force choke you. I'm not even doing it.
Oh, okay.
But I'm doing it with my mind.
And we have It's Tough to Be a Bug versus Kali River Rapids, which is the raft ride, which you guys
Kali
have never
River
done
Rapids.
that. But yeah, I agree.
It's unanimous.
All right. So now on to round 3.
Round 2.
We have Twilight Zone Tower of Terror versus...
Don't name it!
Oh, sorry. The ride that shall not be named.
Or just say, don't name it.
Versus Star Tours. The adventure continues.
The ride that must not be named.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Star Tours, the adventure continues.
I love both of these rides. But if you put them next to each other,
You're
and I
going
have
to
to ride
fail me.
one,
I know you're going to do
I
it.
am picking Star Tours.
I know
Yes!
it. Okay, because
Okay, don't
okay.
have to force choke you anymore.
I'm just saying this is not my opinion right now because just getting rid of that out of this is changing my entire
Changes
opinion
everything,
now.
huh?
It's just changing my entire opinion.
All right. We'll see.
Taking Twilight Zone Tower of Terror out is changing my entire opinion.
All right. We'll see what happens. All right. So now we have the Safari versus Finding Nemo the Musical.
Safari.
Safari.
Agreed.
Unanimous.
Stop.
I can't.
All right. Next
bet
up,
you could.
in round 3, we have Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular versus Rock and Roller Coaster.
Indiana Jones sounds spectacular.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, see, I vote for Rock and Roller Coaster, so
It's
both,
not unanimous.
you both have failed me. All
I
right.
don't care.
The second time.
That's all right. That moves on. So now we have Expedition Everest versus Kali River Rapids.
Expedition Everest.
Kali River Rapids.
I'm going for Expedition Everest.
Dun, dun.
All right. We're down to the semifinals.
Semifinals.
Dun,
So round 3 was the playoff.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
So we have Star Tours versus the Safari.
Star Tours.
Star Tours.
Star Tours it is.
Unanimous.
Moves on. Now we have Indiana Jones
Oh, this
Stunt
is
Spectacular versus Expedition
This is
Everest.
hard.
Indiana.
Ooh,
Seriously?
Stitch Goes Indiana.
I don't know. I
I never
like
been on
both.
Expedition Everest, so I have to pick Indiana.
I am
I
picking
really like both,
Expedition
but I'm going
Everest.
Expedition Roasters.
Not Roasters, it's not the coffee. Expedition Everest moves on. So now, in the finals,
Oh no!
we have Star Tours versus Expedition Everest.
Why don't you just put mine in?
You're going Expedition Everest?
I'm going Expedition.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Star Tours. Star
I'm
Tours.
dead again. Why? Why?
So again, I love both of these rides. But I'm going to pick for the tiebreaker between Star Tours, The Adventure Continues, and Expedition Everest.
Star Tours.
I'm going to pick Expedition Everest.
What?
Yep,
Really?
I really am. So the winner
Yay!
of the Animal Kingdom versus and Hollywood Studios Bracketology is
Expedition Roasters.
Expedition Everest.
Okay, that's how they accidentally said it that way.
Yep. So there's your winner. So
Okay, so I just want to say something.
go ahead.
If Twilight Zone Tower of Terror stayed in, that would have been. I would have voted for that.
You
if it
voted
got
over
into the
Expedition Everest?
final. Yes.
Oh, I almost said Roasters again too. Okay.
Yeah, I tricked you.
All right, but this is our bracketology, and it all it's random, so you get different rides against different rides that could come up differently. But that's our pick, Expedition Everest.
This is what I was gonna do if
I
you picked Star
couldn't.
Tours. No.
I
Like Darth Vader.
couldn't.
Yes. No, that's Luke Skywalker yells it, not Darth Vader. You said like Darth
Oh,
Vader.
well, Darth Vader yells at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
No.
He's
Okay.
like,
yeah.
no.
And then he smashes a bunch of stuff.
Yes, with the Force. All right, you guys ready to go?
couldn't.
You guys ready to go on to our Walt Disney World tip and trick?
Trick. Character puzzle.
That sounds like a pasta dish. Character puzzle. No, this is character PALOOZA. You messed me up. I couldn't think of the right way to say it. So character palooza. So what this is cast members, when they're learning how to be greeters for characters, will escort characters out in certain areas in Hollywood studios. So usually this is between the hours of 4 and 7 p.m., depending on crowd levels. It could be anywhere from 5 to 10 random characters. Will be out there for about 20 minutes. All right. So these are characters that are just, if they're new to the park or they're not out usually, it's a chance for people to meet these characters. Mm-hmm. So it seems like it's been at around the entrance of Hollywood studios lately.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't know about this, so it's kind of a secret thing.
You just walk past a bunch of characters dressed up in costumes?
Well, they're on the rides. They don't even know this is happening. So very few people meet it. But yeah, there's this thing called Character Palooza, random times throughout the day. Like I said, usually between 4 and 7. Usually when they're doing Phantasmic performances. So sometimes it's been around the streets of America. It's been around Echo Lake. Sometimes near the gates, near Tower Terror, or at the beginning of the entrance. So just make sure you have your autograph books and your cameras ready. There's no photo...
What did I say about that ride?
Sorry. There's no photo pass photographers around, so you have to take your own pictures.
You want to give me nightmares tonight?
No, I do not. So just be on the lookout for this. If you're, walking around Hollywood studios, you've done most of the rides, just, stay around these areas.
Yeah, you just want to walk around every corner or something.
Yeah, and you might find some characters. So there's your Walt Disney World tip and trick. And these are characters that aren't usually out. Sometimes the genie is there, Bert from Mary Poppins, like all these cool kind of characters. All right, so our Disney Media Pick of the Week.
Brought to you by MakeItChats.com, a magical place where you can chat things all Disney.
That's right.
Okay, I just want to say Avengers Infinity War is not brought by MakeItChats.com.
So, yes, our pick of the week is to see Avengers Infinity War. We love this movie.
I need to see it.
So that's our media pick of the week. Nice and quick right there.
Yeah.
So we had a question of the week.
Last week?
Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Question of the last podcast. We asked, what was your best experience at Animal
Kingdom?
That's right. We did.
Yes, we did.
And this we heard from people. So, Castle Party, at Castle Party Blog on Twitter, said Kilimanjaro safaris and the animal walking trails. I love seeing all of the animals in more natural, loony environments. I don't know if they meant to say loony, as opposed to smaller zoos. And I love learning more about the work of Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund does from cast members. So they like seeing the animals at Animal Kingdom, which makes sense. The Disney DNA podcast, which is a great podcast, check them out, said they love World of Pandora. Flight of Passage is absolutely the best experience for now. I'm guessing they're referring to like Star Wars Land. When that opens, that'll be the best.
Toy Story 2.
Yeah. So again, we couldn't vote for Flight of Passage because we never wrote on it, but Disney's TNA
I would have
says it's
voted
great.
2 probably if I went on it.
So Logan on Twitter, our friend Kirk, says the best thing about Animal Kingdom was bringing my son on Expedition Everest and him telling me for the second time that trip he was never trusting me again. Maybe a little too scary for him.
That's not scary.
So he didn't like it. Travel to Disney for Less on Twitter said Kilimanjaro safaris is still a favorite of mine. Basically, they bring animals that can normally be seen in Africa or other far-off parts of the world to Walt Disney World in as close to their natural habitats as possible. It's amazing to me. We agree.
Just go to any other safari.
We love the safaris. Dingus Bringus said, I haven't been there since Avatar opened, but when I went there, I didn't like it. The only things I liked were the safari and a milkshake stand near the dinosaur part, and the milkshake stand is no longer there.
You don't like Expedition Roaster? Expedition Everest?
I don't know if Dingus Bringus...
Expedition Roaster.
I don't know if Dingus Bringus goes on those kind of rides, but the safari seems to be the outstanding ride. So Wesley Snyder at 365 Days of Disney on Twitter says, does Tusker House count as an experience? And I said, absolutely. So he said that, and also Flight of Passage is amazing, but the buffet at Tusker House. All right, also on Facebook, we had some responses as well. Alyssa said, haven't been to Animal Kingdom when Avatar has been open, but what I love is the safari. Disney does a great job of making me feel as if you're on a real African safari. Jason, our friend Jason, says, up until Avatar Flight of Passage opened is with Expedition Everest. Avatar Flight of Passage is hands down my new favorite ride in all of Walt Disney World.
Until Star Wars Land.
Yep. Well, yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
what ride? I wasn't listening.
Flight of Passage. Thanks for paying attention. Kara said, we are there right now and just relaxing by the Uzima pool at the Jumbo House, watching the kids have fun on the water slide. They also mentioned they love our podcast, so thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Her favorite thing about Animal Kingdom has been walking around Pandora both in the day and at night. It's truly spectacular. She says, Kara says, my husband and converted Disney dad really enjoyed the River of Light show, although we were yet to ride Flight of Passage when they wrote this. So a lot of people seem to like Avatar, but also Expedition Everest is getting a lot of votes. And the Safari, too. So lots to do. If you love animals, it's a great park to go at. So this week's
question is favorite experience at Hollywood Studios, past or present?
Yeah, so let us know. We asked you last time, Animal Kingdom. So this week, Hollywood Studios. What's your favorite thing in Hollywood Studios, whether it's been in the past when it first opened or right now? Let us know what your favorite thing to do. It could be a restaurant, it could be a ride, it could be a show, it could be a memory. Just let us know.
That's it for this week.
That's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. Be sure to tell your friends and family about our podcast.
What did you
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We just want to thank Andrew in Twitter at AndyB2009. Said, hey guys, just found your podcast on Spotify. Started from the beginning. Awesome. Thanks for doing these. Thanks for listening, Andy. We really appreciate it. And don't mind the bad audio quality on the first couple podcasts. We didn't know what we were doing, but now we have real equipment. And I think we're getting better.
Equipment.
Yep. All right. So, again, you can listen to us anywhere podcasts are found. Just search for Disney Discussions.
And you can also find us on the interwebs, Twitter at Disney_Discuss, Instagram Disney_Discuss, Facebook Disney Discussion, and we're on Spotify. And be sure to search on YouTube Disney Discussions for this podcast and Sparrow and Stitch's unboxing videos. And our website is www.disneydiscussions.com. And you can also email us at podcast@disneydiscussions.com.
That's right. Thanks for listening. See you real soon.
Aloha! Expedition Roasters!
Ladies and gentlemen, Disney has now ended its normal operating day. We hope you've enjoyed your visit to the Magic Kingdom and that you'll be back with us again soon. Drive carefully on your way home. Good night.
Yeah, folks, and me and my pals hope you had a swell time.
Hi, I'm Stitch. I'm 8 years old, and my...
Say it over again.
Hi, I'm Stitch. I'm 8 years old, and my favorite Toy Story character is Buzz.
The Ant-Man and the...
I saw an elephant today.
Oh, yeah, we went to Six Flags Great Adventure. Went on the safari, saw an elephant.
Went on Bizarro.
What do you mean?
I went on
the ride Bizarro.
Oh, Bizarro. That's not related to Disney.
No.
Neither of us seen an elephant.
That's all right. All right, that's Eek. That's Eek.